Hello and welcome to another episode of Motivational Monday. So today I'm going to talk about how to stay safe when there's negative energy around you. So oftentimes when we're in this really wonderful place of personal growth and we're getting to know ourselves better and feel better about ourselves and how we're showing up in the world, and then we still have to relate to people maybe who aren't on the same vibe. And so I've come up with a 4-step strategy about how I can play it safe and still be in relationship with people that maybe aren't playing in the same energy that I am, but I can still bring value. So let me just go over those 4 steps. The first one is, how do you want to show up? Be really clear about what energy you want to bring to the world. So for me, I want to be positive. I want to be enthusiastic. These are 2 words that I choose to live my life with. And so I know that no matter what, any kind of interaction, I want to feel positive and I want to feel enthusiastic. So I'm set in that, and when I come into relationship or conversations, that's how I want to feel. So I'm clear on that. The other piece is sometimes before we go, and this is a really important one, before we go maybe into energy that we're not quite sure how it's going to make us feel, we want to set a high standard and set a high energy standard and say, this is how I'm going to show up and this is how I want to feel. So I want to be at this frequency and this energy. And so just being clear that that's the way I'm going to show up, and determining what that level is and what feels best for you. And then it's important for me that I want to be a role model of goodness and of love. So I feel like that's my commitment, that I'm here to serve in love. And so if I go with that energy that I'm just going to be a loving presence, sometimes that means that I don't even talk at all, that I'm just quiet. And I'm just like, wow, I'm just going to hold the space of love here because this is what's required. This is a big one because oftentimes when we are around people that maybe have a negative energy, or we feel like we can add value to talk about like some new thing that we just discovered that we want to share, it's really not the time and place or the people. So sometimes it's important to think about, what is the number one way that you can bring highest value? And sometimes that's just to be quiet and listen and hold the loving space. So that's an important one, and one that required much learning on my part to really get that. The 4th one is allow yourself grace in reset. So I spend a fair amount of time by myself because I do spend a lot of time in my coaching practice and in creation of content and writing and thinking through ideas. So it's important for me to always have a fair amount of time where I can reset my emotional state. So give yourself the grace of reset in between appointments or in between times that you're going to be going into situations that may be a little bit of a different energy than you're accustomed or you're used to. But most important thing I want you to know is that you're in charge of this energy field and the space around you, and you're also in charge of the way you want to be treated. So own that you are your own greatest master, and you're in charge of the way that you communicate and the way you want to communicate. It's really important to own that. So go forth and create safe space around your communication, and you deserve to have the best and highest frequency of people that meet into your energy. So lean into that, and I appreciate you tuning in to Monday Motivation. I hope this 4-step helped you in how to be in relationship with others in a way that feels healthy and emotionally grounding for you so that you can be your best self. I'm Kate McKay, and until next time, take good care.